everybody, everything new under the sun. This is an exciting unboxing, and obviously you know by the title of this video what this is, but we're going to unbox this right away. And I got this off eBay, and it is a vintage, I'm not sure what year it is, a vintage slot car racetrack. And so we're going to unbox it as if it was brand new. Now this is a Christmas present, but because it is used, I need to make sure that all the pieces are there and it works. So I'm going to take you guys along for the journey. So let's get to it. And there it is, a widescreen monitor. No, not actually, just the box it was packed in. Alright, nice bubble wrap pack, and we're going to open it up and see the original box. I do believe this comes in the original container, so let's turn around and have a look. Look at that. That is amazing. AFX Motoring Corvette Challenge, it's called. 9 feet of over and under figure 8 racing, it says. And this has got a classic. Let's look around the box here. Caution, it says, electric toy. It's got variable speed controllers up here, and it's got a wall wart here. And it does come with 2 slot cars, of course, made by Aurora. And the special feature apparently includes a third AFX Magna traction car. I don't know if 3 cars come with this one, but this does look to be pretty much a 1980s sort of a thing, featuring 2 Magna traction chromed Corvettes. Look around the sides here. Aurora AFX, cars and colors of parts shown may be substituted in this set, it says. Corvette Challenge HO Racing Set. Here's a look at the figure 8 track, and a look at the chrome cars there. And it looks like this was from Aurora Products, Rexdale, Ontario, so that's kind of neat. And here, upside down, we have the similar stuff. Nothing big there. Let's flip this around. And same stuff there. I think the same stuff on the sides here. So let's flip this over. And let's have a look inside. Let's get this right out of the way here. Alright, and we're greeted to more bubble wrap. Get rid of that. And so it smells a little bit smoky. So maybe it's been from a smoking house or something. Let's open this up. These are the tracks, looks like. Classic, just what I remember. Now the thing about these is that the metal pins on the sides of it have to connect with each other. Otherwise you won't get good connection on the 2 little wires. So if any of you don't know, I don't know if there's a car here that I can get or not. Let's pull a car out here and unbox these while we're here. Nicely wrapped. There's the 2 chrome slot cars. They look pretty good actually. This is just plastic, of course. But what happens is these little guys, the little slot there, where is it? Slot here, which goes in the track, hence slot car. Again, I don't know if there's the lighting isn't good, but the slot goes in this slot here, or that pin goes in the slot and basically steers the car. And then there's 2 metal wires on either side, which make contact with these 2 little foot connectors or connection points or whatever, and that provides the positive and negative that actually turns the motor inside the car. So when you squeeze the throttle, it puts electricity through these wires, and that causes the car to drive. It's just like a streetcar, electric streetcar, where the electric streetcar has wires going up to wires that are hanging on top. This one actually connects to wires that are obviously in the track. So I'm going to set this down here, and let's look at the other things. So I'm going to put the cars in there. Now the other classic thing, of course, is you've got your hand grip. So this was all wrapped up, and it's variable control, classic old, with the, I don't know if you can see inside, but the copper post on the wire there, which is variable, so it should be variable speed with this. As you go up, as you pull harder, the track goes faster, it puts more amperage into the track, and the cars go faster, of course. Now we've also got the classic track guardrails there, which I'm not going to take out right now. And it does have 2 controllers. And last but not least, looks like we have a couple of straight pieces here. And so this is the piece where you actually plug in the 2 controllers and then the power. And so what I'll probably do is I'll probably try plugging this in together and just see if it's gonna work at all, and whether, because what I want to happen is on Christmas Day I don't want it to be pulled out and not work. There's the wall wart, your typical 120 volt plug. It says Aurora on it, and has what I assume is a proprietary adapter. But again, so this is an HO set. That just simply refers to the actual size, the scale of the set. And the last thing here, it looks like there's original, look at that, original documentation. Now that is pretty neat. So apparently this came with what looks like maybe a little service station that made it of paper that you'd fold up. I don't know where that is. Yeah, it shows the folding. Used to have a Goodyear advertisement. That's kind of neat. And then it shows the actual layout of the track. And then this manual. Now this is pretty neat. AFX manual assembly instructions. Oh, rail cleaner. I don't know what this is. Clean rails on all tracks. I don't know, it must be like a little rail cleaner pad, it says. So that's interesting. And then it has this guy saying, first separate the stack and all your track according to size shown on the bottom of the track. Very neat. And it talks about the guardrail, putting that on and putting your slot cars in. Testing that. Very neat. Troubleshooting guide. Nice little comic style. How to put it together. How to put the race cars on there. How to clean them. Cleaning your rear tires. That's kind of neat. How to do some maintenance on it as well. It has full almost pinout diagrams, or whatever you want to call them, exploded diagrams of the cars as well, so that's pretty neat. And then of course it has how to actually hook them up. Now this is talking about an optional set where you can actually have 4 cars going around the track, 4 controllers. So that's pretty neat. Let's see. Ooh, alternate layouts. So here's all the alternate layouts that you can get. I think you probably have to have extra track sets there with you. And there's also counters that you can get. You notice there on the right hand side, the counter that kind of just sits over top, and every time the car goes underneath it kind of flips and clicks the counter. And that's maybe something I'd love to get in the future. It's a pretty basic, very simple the way it operates. And then it has warranty information, and looks like it has a French side there too, so that's pretty neat. So that is it. That's your set. Your cars, your controller, 2 controllers. So what I'll do is I'll put this together quickly, try and plug it in, and see if it works at all. And so as soon as we come back in this snap of your fingers, this track will be all set up. Well, this wasn't so much a snap to put together. There's some broken ends on it in the corners, which probably makes sense because those are the pieces that would break the quickest. So you've got corners here that don't slide in, and so I don't know how I'm going to fix that. I'm going to have to rig up my own fix for that. Of course, over here as well. So there's a number of pieces that are actually broken. I may be able to buy some extra pieces for this. that fit the same set, just new pieces basically, and make that a little bit easier. I'll have to check on eBay about that. But you can see the little track lifters there. Another one here, and then of course the power goes under there, and you got to plug your stuff into it. So that is interesting. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that right now, but it looks like all the pieces are here. What I want to do is plug it in and at least ensure that the main track is energized here, and we'll see if they go. So let's start plugging these things in, and we'll see if at least the track energizes. Well guys, that is a look at the Aurora AFX Vintage Corvette Challenge slot car racetrack. Now I did go ahead and order from the UK some new HO scale quarter pieces that have proper connectors on them that aren't going to break. So I looked at them. There's 4 pieces altogether, which I think is good enough to get me going with this track. I'll have to do the exact count. But yeah, so I'll get those in a week, and I'll be able to do a better run through. I'm going to quit it here though. The track does work, as you saw with the cars running. Both the cars work, and I just need to clean the track now. It's probably a little grimy. It probably needs to be rubbed down, sanded down a wee bit. But these little Corvettes are great. I'll just show you the underside of them, sort of close up, since I got the macro mode on here. Made in Singapore, and you can see the 2 contacts there. The contacts are okay. They need to be cleaned up a little bit, and I think it's the track overall that probably needs to be cleaned up. Not that you can see it, but it's probably a little bit corroded stuff as I look at it. Yeah, it probably just needs maybe a scrub with even a really light piece of sandpaper. Really fine grit sandpaper would probably just clean it up real nice. So I'll get the extra tracks in about a week's time or so, maybe 2 weeks from the UK, for $30. And this is a vintage HO set. It uses different connectors, I guess, than the new Aurora units do. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Look forward to the upcoming video of me actually racing around with the kids hopefully on Christmas morning. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you guys in the next video.